Electrostatics, problems on Gauss law, series on electromagnetic field theory, lecture number 1.22. Gauss law is considered to be one of the two foundation stones of electrostatic fields. It involves electric displacement density. It is also found to be valid even in case of dynamic electric fields. In the present session, our focus is on problems, their solutions using Gauss law. To begin with, we consider a problem, example 1. An infinite straight line charge located over z-axis is carrying a charge with a density lambda equal to 111.26 picocoulombs per meter. Determine field density D at 3 points are given. Note first point 1 to 2 is it is in Cartesian system, whereas second point is in cylindrical, whereas third point is spherical. Now field density due to a line charge is given by this formula. Standard formula D equal to 1 by 2 pi lambda by rho cap. Rho cap. These are cylindrical system aspects. So this formula is in cylindrical coordinate system. To use this formula to find field density, what we need to do is we have to convert, or we have to use the coordinates of the field point and find rho cap. So to use this relation, it requires finding rho and rho cap from the given coordinates of field point. So first we consider A. Field point coordinates are 1 to 2 meter. These are in Cartesian, we can see easily. Rho corresponding to these coordinates are square root of x square plus y square. It is equal to 2.24 meter. Rho cap is 1 by 2.24 x cap plus 2y cap. Substitution gives density. Now B. Field point coordinates are 3, pi by 4, 2. 3 means rho, pi by 4 is 5, 2 means z. So rho is available, we need not do anything. So D equal to 1 by 2 pi, lambda is available, rho is 3, rho cap is rho cap. So we have 5.93 rho cap picocoulombs per meter square. Now C. Field point coordinates are 2, pi by 4, pi by 4. This is r, this is theta, this is phi. Now from this coordinates we have to find out rho cap. Rho is r sin theta, theta is pi by 4, so rho is 1.414. Rho cap is r cap sin theta plus theta cap cos theta. Now rho cap is also available. Substituting, we have D is 12.52, 0.707 r cap plus 0.707 theta cap. Note the result. D is in Cartesian system when point is given in, field point is given in Cartesian system. The expression for D is obtained in cylindrical system when the given point is in cylindrical system. Density is in spherical system when the point is given in spherical system. We consider another problem. An infinite sheet charge located over xy plane is carrying a charge with uniform density sigma equal to 70.832 picocoulombs per meter square. Determine field intensity D at A. 2 points are given, 2 plus or minus 1. B, again 2 points are given, but in A points are in Cartesian, in B points are in cylindrical, in C point, single point, it is in spherical. Now solution. Field density due to sheet charges, this is the formula. Actually this formula is in coordinate free form. To use this relation, it requires finding n cap from the given coordinates of the field point. As the sheet is over xy plane, normal is either plus z or minus z. Field point coordinates are 2, 2 plus or minus 1. So when we consider plus 1, the field point is above xy plane. So unit vector is plus z. If you consider minus 1, the field point is below the xy plane. So z is negative. So plus or minus z. D equal to sigma by 2 n cap. N cap is plus or minus z. Substitution and simplification results. D equal to plus or minus 35.416 Z cap picocoulombs per meter square. B, now let us go to B. Here Z. Note the density depends only on, it is constant magnitude wise, only it depends upon density, sigma. Direction is normal. So distance independent. So field point coordinates in case of B is 4 pi by 4, this is Z plus or minus 2. So substituting results in plus or minus 35.416 Z cap picocoulombs per meter square. Now let us consider third case. Field point coordinates are 2 pi by 4 pi by 4. These are in spherical system. So first we have to find out unit vector along Z direction. Because the sheet is in XY plane, direction of the field is Z direction. In place of N, we have to keep unit Z, unit vector in Z direction. So from the given data, unit vector in Z direction is r cap cos theta minus theta cap sin theta, which is equal to, of course, 0.707 r cap minus 0.707 theta cap. Substitution results gives us D. We consider another problem, example 3. A solid spherical charge with radius 8 meters located over the origin is carrying charge with a uniform density rho equal to 222.53 picocoulombs per meter cube. Determine field density D at point 211 meters. 2 pi by 4 2, C 3 pi by 4 pi by. So in A the point is in Cartesian, in B the point is in cylindrical, in C the point is in spherical. Field density due to solid spherical charge. It is D equal to 1 by 4 pi Q by R square, R cap. R is radial vector, spherical radial vector. R cap is unit radial vector. We can use this relation. Of course, Q can be found by multiplying rho with the volume of the solid sphere, and R square, R cap. These are to be found from the coordinates of the field point. First, we consider A. Field point coordinates are 211 in Cartesian system. So our radial distance is 2 square plus 1 square plus 1 square under square root. It is equal to 2.45 meters. R cap is 1 by 2.45, 2x cap plus y cap plus z cap. So R is known, R cap is also known. Total charge Q over the R in the sphere is charge density multiplied by volume. So substitution, subsequent manipulation results an expression for D. Now, when field point coordinates are in Cartesian, 2 pi by 4, 2 in B, R radial distance from source charge center to field point. R is rho square plus z square. Under square root, it is 2.83 meter. Theta can be found from tan inverse rho by z. It is 0.785 radians. From theta, R cap can be found rho cap sin theta plus z cap cos theta, resulting in 0.707 rho cap plus 0.707 z cap. Note here Q is charge within radius of 2.83 meters. See, this is spherical charge. The point is somewhere here, field point. Now the density D is contributed by only the charge that is lying within the radius of a sphere, radius being equal to distance from the center to the field point. In the present case, it is 2.83. Only this charge contributes. Other charge, it doesn't contribute. So D is 1 by 4 pi Q by R square R cap. Substitution and all that results in we have this kind of thing. Now field point coordinates 3 pi by 4 are in spherical system. So here Q is charge within radius of 3 meters. So only that charge we have to consider. If it is 3 meters, we have to consider only that charge. If it is 2.83, only that thing we have to consider. The substitution results in D equal to 222.53 R cap picocoulombs per meter square. Another problem. Determine volume charge density rho coulombs per meter cube for C equal to 1 and 2 when displacement density D is given here. Expression for D. D is given in Cartesian in A, it is given in spherical in B. This is simple problem solution. According to Gauss law, charge density is divergence of displacement. Del dot D equal to rho. This is the basic relation which we are going to use here. You are asked to find out rho, charge density. D is given, so we have to find out del dot. Del dot D in Cartesian. It is computed, and for C equal to 1, we got something minus y plus x by x square, x plus y whole square, coulombs per meter cube. For C equal to 2, we have 0 coulombs per meter. D is given in spherical, so del dot D, it is a somewhat complex thing. Anyway, by differentiation and all that, we can find out divergence of D as 2 cos theta by r plus C 2 cos theta by r. So C equal to 1, C equal to 2. C equal to 1 gives 4 cos theta by r, coulomb per meter cube. C equal to 2 gives 6 cos theta by r, coulombs per meter cube. Another problem. Determine the displacement density D at a point when point charge is located at the origin at a point. So, this problem is quite simple. Distance of field point from source point is r equal to under square root 1 square plus 3 square plus 4 square. Unit vector to field point from source point is 1 by 5.10 x cap plus 3y cap minus 4z cap. The displacement density at 1, 3 minus 4 then is quite simple. Simple substitution in this relation. B. Distance of field point from source point. Again, it is r. We can find as we found in the previous part of this problem. It is 3.46 meters. Unit vector also we can compute in the same way. R cap is minus 1 by 3.46. 2x cap plus 2y cap plus 2z cap. Substitution results ultimately D equal to minus 230.54 x cap, y cap, z cap. Summation picocoulombs per meter square. Now another problem. Two identical infinite uniform line charges lying along x and y axis, each one with a charge density 40 microcoulombs per meter. Determine displacement density D at point 333. So one charge is lying along x axis, another charge is lying along y axis at a point 333. We have to determine density. Density due to line charge is given by this formula, but this formula is in cylindrical system. So rho cap, these two we have to substitute for the given situation to find corresponding D. The unit vector and normal distances of the first line charge lying along x-axis. First we consider this charge. To field point respectively are rho cap is 1 by 1.414 y cap plus z cap. And the distance is, of course, it is 4.243. Now, flux density due to the first line charge lying along x-axis then is substitution gives certain value. Unit vector and normal distance from the first line charge lying along x-axis to field point respectively are. It is rho cap is 1 by 414 x cap plus z cap. Small correction, lying along y-axis, I believe. Y-axis. Rho cap is 1 by 1.414 x cap plus z cap, and rho 2 is, this is rho 2 is 4.243. The flux density due to the charge lying along y-axis. Therefore, is substitution gives this one. Second charge, it should be second charge. Total flux density is vector sum. Add these two, we will be getting this one. Note, while moving further, note the field point is not in xy plane. If the field point is in xy plane, the distance from line charge would have been 3 meters. But it is not in xy plane, it is somewhere, its location is 333. Three cylindrical surfaces located at ready are rho equal to 1, 3 and 6 meter carry uniform charge densities of sigma 1 equal to 15 nanocoulombs per meter square, sigma 2 equal to minus 3 nanocoulombs per meter square, and sigma 3 coulombs per meter square. He simply mentioned without giving sigma 3 value. He said it, he called it sigma 3. Determine displacement density D at rho equal to 0.5 meter, 2 meter and 5 meter, and also sigma 3 such that D equal to 0 at rho equal to 8 meters. Radial distance is 8 meters. So, three coaxial solution procedure. Three coaxial cylindrical charges are depicted in the figure 3. 1, 2, 3. To find D using Gauss law, appropriate Gaussian surface here is a circular cylinder, and let us suppose its height is L meter. The displacement D at the radius rho equal to 0.5 meters is 0, as there is no charge enclosed by Gaussian surface of radius 0.5 meter. At rho equal to 2 meters, so first we have to consider rho equal to 0.5, then 2, then 5. When rho equal to 2 meter, Gaussian surface with radius 2 meter encloses a cylindrical surface charge with density 15 nanocoulombs per meter square. Applying law, Gauss law, one can find d rho. This is Gauss law. Application, substitution, simplification results d rho equal to 17.5 nanocoulombs per meter square. So that is rho equal to 2 meter. When rho equal to 5 meter, to find D at rho equal to 5 meter, Gaussian surface with radius 5 meters and 5 meter has to be considered. Now it encloses two cylindrical surface charges with the density 15 nanocoulombs per meter square and minus 3 nanocoulombs per meter square. Applying Gauss law and a little bit of simplification results in D rho equal to 1.2 nanocoulomb per meter square. Okay. Note that D is a vector. In the present case, D is entirely in radial direction, rho direction. So D equal to D rho. Strictly speaking, D, vector D equal to D rho cap. That's all. Now B, sigma 3 such that D equal to 0 at rho equal to 8 meters. Gaussian surface with radius 8 meter encloses three cylindrical charges with density 15 nanocoulombs per meter square minus 3 nanocoulombs per meter square and sigma 3. Applying Gauss law, Q equal to D dot dA, Gauss law. Apply Gauss law and application involves sigma 3. Solution results in sigma 3 equal to 1 nanocoulomb per meter square. Another problem, three spherical surfaces with radii are equal to 2, 3 and 4 meter. Previous problem is cylindrical surfaces. This problem is very much similar to previous problem. Main difference is here we consider spherical surfaces. They are carrying uniform charge densities sigma 1, sigma 2 and sigma 3 given. Determine displacement psi leaving the spherical surface with radius r equal to 5 meter. Displacement density d at point P 1 to 1 meter. So three concentric spherical charges are depicted in this figure. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, each one carrying certain charge densities. Surface with radius 5 meter is a sphere enclosing all the three spherical charges. In A, we are asked to find out displacement leaving spherical surface with radius r equal to 5 meters. So we consider first a spherical surface with radius 5 meters. The net electric displacement psi crossing the surface is total charge over all the three surfaces. So total charge is 4 pi sigma 1 r1 square plus sigma 2 r2 square plus sigma 3 r3 square. Ultimately, we will be getting 208 pi nanocoulombs. This is the displacement or flux. Now B, D at point 1 to 1. The radial distance of B is 1 square plus 2 square plus 1 square under square root. It is equal to 2.45 meter. It is less than radii of outer two spheres, and hence displacement from innermost sphere only crosses this point. So R in the present case, R is x cap plus 2y cap plus z cap. R is 2.45 meters distance, radial distance. R cap means unit vector along radial direction. It is 1 by 2.45 x cap plus 2y cap plus z cap. So Gauss law, total Q is 4 pi sigma 1 r1 square. It gives 240 pi nanocoulombs. Using the expression D equal to Q by 4 pi r square r cap, one can find out D as 4.08 x cap plus 2y cap plus z cap nanocoulombs per meter square. So these are some of the things which I want to share with you for now regarding Gauss law.